My name is Andrew Motion and I'm the chair of the Museums, Libraries and Archives Council, and at the MLA we're very excited by, very galvanised by what's going to be happening in 2012. Alongside the athletes doing their running and jumping, all the terrific stuff they're going to be getting up to, we've got this amazing wide range of activities celebrating people and culture and language right across the UK, in all parts of the UK, and this is called the Cultural Olympiad. Stories of the World is a project which is part of this Cultural Olympiad, and it involves 60 museums and libraries right the way across the country. All these museums involved in Stories of the World are recruiting young people as curators, designers, people involved in the marketing of the shows, and so on and so on. In other words, you've got this tremendous personal engagement with the young people involved, between the young people themselves and the collections. So what we're trying to do with Stories of the World is to reanimate them, make them seem new again, to make a break from the familiar way of talking about them. And the way that we're doing that is to connect these collections with the communities from which they originally came. That's to say, people in the UK who are culturally related to the origins of these collections. In other words, people in the present become the storytellers of the past, and that's a brilliant, simple, galvanising idea. And now we're going to have a chance to look at some of the young people who are involved in these projects and hear from them what they think about it all.
Hi, I'm Shilat. I'm a student at Warwick University. We're here today in the Museum Collection Centre in Birmingham. This is where all the artefacts that are not on display are kept. There's hundreds of different pieces. This is my favourite from the collection that's here at the Birmingham Art Gallery. These fabrics have been in storage for the past 17 years and they haven't been on display to the public. So it's really exciting for the public to be able to see them in the Stories of the World exhibitions in 2012. Well, I think it's really important because with art and culture, it's so creative and it makes you think about a lot of things. A lot of people just think, oh, art is just there as entertainment just to look at, but it's not just about your identity, but it also gives you a lot of new ideas about new things and how other people think and how other people perceive the world, and that's really important. So that the more you appreciate other people's differences and similarities between you and other people, the more likely it is that you can make the world a better place.
My name's May and I was born in England. Both my parents came from China and settled here. I go to a girls' school and I'm doing 12 GCSEs. Well, I came to this museum and I was looking around at all the objects, and this one in particular caught my eye. And it's really different from everything else because it's not particularly pleasant, as you can see, but it's different from all the pots and all the normal stuff you would see at a museum. It's rather comical and his face expression is slightly amusing. I found a link with, because it's made out of pipe clay, and which is very similar to terracotta, which is where the terracotta army came from. I think more money should be invested in future events at the museum. I also think that we should exhibit more modern stuff to contrast with the past. I think that young people would be more encouraged to come here.
Hello, my name's Camilla Morgan and I've come all the way from Exeter University to have a look at the artefacts which are in the small storage room in Blythe House. And they're erotic artefacts, and I've come here to think about different reactions that we might have to them today and what they meant to the collectors in the 1920s and 30s when they collected them. If you come down here, there's a couple of shelves, see this one, got a big label that says erotica. I'm quite interested in this clamshell, which is, it opens up, and in the top half of the clamshell there's a geisha, what looks like a geisha, having a look at some pornography, and in the bottom half of the clamshell is her female genitalia. It's really explicit, it's really in your face. I think it's quite important that we really think about what these objects mean to us today, because if we think about that, we can think about our own reactions to our own sexual culture and how how the two different things reflect.
My name is Xuan Hangju and you can call me Ming. I'm now 18 and I have been in Belfast for nearly 2 years. These objects beside me are the lion dogs from China, and they were made in the 18th century. They represent some of the Chinese culture and some of the Chinese traditions. Every single culture and every single tradition, it has its own advantages. It has its own values, and it's a very good thing that they are in different countries. It's another way of communication between different cultures.
My name is Salma. I'm in my early 20s. I'm aspiring to gain chartership in civil engineering. I'm studying in Cartwright Hall, an impressive art gallery in the heart of Bradford. This is The Wanderer by Yinka Shonebare. He is an artist who was born in England, brought up in Nigeria, where his parents were born. Due to his dual heritage, he reflects this in the model of a slave ship. The sails are an important element to the piece. They reflect his heritage. I think we've lost that attendance to galleries and realizing the importance of what a gallery is. So, and then as a personal experience, it's not only revival of who I am and where I'm going, but also it's developing my skills.